We have someone with us very special who's the executive director of the Pappus House. You're pretty popular. I've seen you on the news this week. So I want to ask Amy Jansky to come on down to share with us how our money has supported this ministry for several years and how it is making a big difference. And I am just so excited about the breaking ground. I hope you'll be able to share with us a little bit about that. It's exciting. Yeah, we can adjust that a little bit. You want it down a little bit?
It's all good.
It's a little intimidating, isn't it?
It is, and you're a tough act to follow.
No, not at all. I'm sorry, I can't get that down any further. It's pretty tight.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Well, good morning, and thank you so much for inviting me here today. Your congregation has been so supportive of Pappus House, and please just know how much we all greatly appreciate all of you. This morning I have two key messages that I wanted to share about Pappus House. So first, we're a community home. And second, Pappus House isn't about death. It's about living until our last breath and passing peacefully, surrounded by the people and the things that mean the most to you. So first, Pappus House is a community home. It takes a village to raise a child, am I right?
Amen.
There's so much similarity then in dying. It takes a community of people to embrace the individual and help them through that journey. It takes a community to surround those left behind to travel their journey through grief and healing and finding a new normal. Pappus House isn't a hospice. Hospice is a medical service that's provided by hospice agencies. We work with the hospice providers. We work with any and all of them, and in fact, to date, we've worked with 11 different hospice agencies. So Pappus House provides the 24/7 personal care that's necessary as an individual approaches end of life. We are an alternative to passing in your own home or in an institution such as a hospital or a nursing home. So a couple of facts for you. We opened in December of 2017. To date, 160 residents have called Pappus House home. Our referrals have ranged in age from 17 to 101, and our residents have ranged in age from 34 to 101. We've had a whole range of diagnoses. Our average age there has been 76. Our median length of stay is 10 days. Average length of stay is 3 weeks. We do ask for a contribution towards a daily rate, but we don't deny people coming based on finances. So I thought I'd tell you a quick story to give you a feel for the atmosphere of Pappus House. So this story is about Greg. He was a young father. The family was struggling to make ends meet with his wife being the only person able to work. Greg had battled cancer for 10 years, and he was nearing the end of his journey. He needed 24/7 care, but he was unable to afford it. He had a young daughter, and every day, that little girl, who was 8, would come home to find her dad yelling out in pain. She would try to comfort him by singing him hymns. Finally, we were able to bring Greg to Pappus House. His pain was still very difficult to manage, but because he was able to receive constant care, he was finally able to relax. When his daughter visited him at Pappus House, instead of seeing her dad crying out in pain, she saw him lying comfortably in bed. And in his final moments, she laid in bed next to him, holding him tight and singing softly until he took his last breath. I can tell you that day there was not a dry eye in the room, and someone softly explained to the little girl that she had just sang her daddy to heaven. So family members and friends often then return to Pappus House as part of their healing process. Sometimes you'll see them relaxing on the front porch, talking to the staff and the volunteers, or even volunteering their time to give back to an organization that gave their family so much. And to me, I have to say that's the greatest honor, that's the ultimate compliment to see those individuals return to our home. So Pappus House isn't about death, but it's about living until our last breath and passing peacefully surrounded by the people and the things that matter most to us. When you walk into Pappus House, you're gonna see friendly faces, staff are dressed in regular clothing, they're not in scrubs. There's the smell of home cooking, the sound of laughter, birds chirping. There's just the sound of life. It's warm and welcoming, non-medical, and peaceful. It's filled with people who care, staff and volunteers who are called to our mission, helping volunteers in a very raw time in their lives, helping them to live with peace and dignity. It's about family, including pets, and you'll frequently see dogs and cats, and sometimes even my tortoise coming to visit. It's about family, the sights, the smells, the sounds, and the feelings of home. And it's about being able to celebrate the simple joys of living as much as possible until your last breath. So on any average day, we'll have about 5 to 6 individuals on a waiting list. And to that end, as you said, we were very grateful to have the opportunity to purchase a facility out in Thomasville. It's on 9 acres of property, and there we are going to be building an 8-bedroom home. The renderings of that are the 2 bottom pictures. Construction is set to start any day and will take about 8 months. So if you're interested, there's plenty of ways that you can get involved. We're always in need of volunteers, both inside and outside of the home, on committees, on our board. We also have a fundraising event coming up on October the 9th, which is a Sunday at Counselor Park. It's called Lanterns of Light. You can purchase lanterns in memory of loved ones. We light them with battery-operated tea lights, and then we float them on the pond at dusk. There's about 350 lanterns, and it's just a very moving night. It's spectacular. And last, just spread the word. Anyone can make a referral to Pappus House, and I'm always happy to answer any questions about hospice or about Pappus House. Our website is located up there, and again, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amy.